Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Logical Nonsense Podcast, episode 120, week 3 of the NFL just completed. I've got Dodge Matthews on. We're going to talk some week 3 football. Excited to talk about it. It was a great week. A lot of excitement, a lot of drama, a lot of blocked field goals, as the title says. So, super excited to break it down with you. Let's start first with Monday Night Football, where it was a very exciting offensive matchup between the Lions and the Ravens. What do you rate this game?
This is obviously a grab your popcorn game. Anyone who says otherwise is kidding themselves. It was fun to watch. Obviously, this was two good teams going at it. One of the teams was going to go to 1-2, which is crazy. That we're talking about the Ravens and the Lions, and thinking that one of them going to start season 1-2.
Yeah.
I just want to check. You can hear me, right?
Yeah. It's just cutting in and out.
Yeah. Am I right?
A little bit, yeah. You're good, I think.
Can you hear me, huh?
Yep.
Okay. So, like I said, this was a good game to watch. And Derrick Henry fumbling the ball at the end of the game was just crazy, wild. Kind of prides himself in not fumbling. I was a good thing having a running back, but recently, I'm not.
Sorry, Doug, you're cutting in and out again.
Sorry. Okay.
I think you were saying something about Derrick Henry.
I was talking about fumbles at the end of the game.
Yeah, bad. Twice now.
It's getting to be a little probably old for people. Yeah, and usually he doesn't have a fumbling problem, which is like you have some backs and they have a fumbling problem, but that's not really been Derrick Henry's what he's been known for. So it's a little surprising to have it come so late in a career, and maybe it's just two unfortunate events that happened at the start of the season. But it's a little surprising that a veteran, especially a big back, not taking care of the ball at the end of the game, that can come back to bite you.
Yeah.
And it already has 2 games.
Yeah.
You know?
I will say, that was a hell of a play by Aiden Hutchinson last night on Derrick Henry. Don't get me wrong. I totally hear what you're saying, and I totally agree. But at the same time, hell of a play by Aiden Hutchinson. To me, that's I don't know. Coming from behind you, I'm not trying to defend him, but that's, to me, that's more of a defensive play. I feel like everyone's coming at Derrick Henry, and I get it. He's fumbled twice in 3 games in crucial moments. So
it's not just fumbling twice, but it's
in crucial moments. But at the same token, the first one, I think for sure, you can't have that happen. The second one, I'm I don't know. I think we give him. I would give him a little bit of grace on the second one, a little bit, but I'm rating this game a grab your popcorn. I think it was really fun to see the Lions stack 2 weeks back to back where their offense look as good as they did last year. I mean, two-headed monster in the backfield. David Montgomery had a ginormous game. Jahmyr Gibbs played well. It was so fun to watch David Montgomery be himself again. I mean, it feels like all we've heard about is Jahmyr Gibbs, and he's a flashy back, and he deserves the credit. He totally deserves it. But he had, David Montgomery was just running over people, had ginormous runs. He was the man of the hour in this game, and it was super fun to watch vintage David Montgomery, if you will. I don't even think he's that old, but it was very fun to see him play as well as he did. What's up?
little vintage Mark Andrews in the game too.
No, I know. Andrews played well too, and it was good to see that too, just because I think he's been getting a lot of hate, last year and then the first 2 games this year hasn't played it all that great. So it was good to see him get involved again. Ravens, I wouldn't be panicked. I mean, they've had a tough schedule. You get freaking Bills game 1, you get Lions game 3. Like that's just sometimes how the schedule draws, So
Yeah.
I'm not worried about this Ravens team. Are you?
No, not worried about this Ravens team. I think, since they do have 2 losses in the first 3 games of the season, you're not looking at a 1 seed. Like, you can pretty much kiss the 1 seed goodbye, I think. Like, they're not going to have home field advantage throughout, in my opinion. Just because you pretty much have to win out from this point, which is not impossible, but it is like this early to win out, probably not going to happen. So I would say and I don't think necessarily people had him pegged for a 1 seed, but like they had potential maybe to do it. I mean, if they came out of this week, if they came out 3-0, we'd be talking about it, right? So
Yeah.
I think they had a tough schedule. I think we keep talking about the Ravens and maybe their inability to win against big teams is more threatening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I still think the Ravens are a really good team. Lamar Jackson is playing very good at the quarterback position.
Very good.
They have a good coach. No, I'm not worried. I think we have questions about the Lions, though. The Lions being not bad questions, but was week 1 just kind of our coordinators are new fluke, or not even fluke, but we're still gelling as a team. It's game 1, right? Yeah. And now it seems week 2 and week 3 we get to it, and they look like the Lions.
Yeah.
So I think maybe everybody kind of freaked out, and everybody's like, oh, maybe the Packers are really good. I think the Packers are good. I think I was the one to say it's not an overreaction, right?
Yeah.
But I do think that maybe we overreacted on the Lions.
Yeah.
Not being so good.
And I think
being game,
Yeah. And I think going back on that, I think I might have mentioned that. Honestly, I gave them more time. I said, don't be surprised if it's, week 4, week 5 until they start gelling again. I didn't expect it week 2, week 3. But early in the season, before this season, I said, don't be I wasn't a fan of the rumors that the Lions weren't going to be good because their coordinators were gone. I didn't feel like when you look at their team, it was the same team. It's the same, roster wise. They didn't have a whole lot of turnover. Their defense is going to get better because they had so many injuries last season.
Yeah.
So I believed in this team, and it was good to see them get a big win against a good team, and look good throughout. So I think the Lions are. I think they're back to contenders again, for sure. If they were ever off that list. For me, probably not, but for other people, maybe after week 1.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to our next game: Chiefs versus Giants. Sunday Night Football, very, very sloppy. What do you rate this one?
This was a shit show. This is the game I was actually kind of looking forward to on Sunday. Because one of the teams was going to start off 0-3.
Yeah.
And obviously I assumed that the Giants were going to start off 0-3 out of the 2 teams. But still, I think the Giants, talent-wise, are too good of a team to be 0-3, if I'm being honest. So, I don't love it. I think they're better than what they have shown and they're capable of.
Yeah.
And yeah, the offense looked inept. Russell, I thought, looked the worst that I've seen.
Yeah, it was bad.
Because, like we've seen Russell Wilson where he's maybe struggled, or Russell where it just
takes too many sacks, doesn't make
it takes too many sacks is a big thing. I've never really seen a Russell Wilson be so frustrated that he forces the ball continuously down the field. And not like he would not stop.
Yeah.
And he just kept doing it. And I was like, I've never seen Russell Wilson actually just keep, like, almost like Jameis got into his head or something. Like, I've never seen Russell Wilson so frustrated that he just starts launching the ball deep, and that's all he looks for.
Yeah.
He forgets the check down guy. Because Russell has always been like, yeah, I'm a deep ball thrower.
Yeah.
But if the check down's there and the deep ball's not, I'll take the check down. And then he has games where he goes 25 of 35 for 150 yards.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he has those games because the defense took away the deep ball. And that's okay. And that's actually fine to do as a quarterback, because that sucks the defense up, because they can't just then stay on, if they're going to dig and dive all game, I can't allow that. Right? But he didn't force the defense to change, because he just kept throwing into too high safeties. And the Chiefs defense is a lot better than the Cowboys. The Cowboys defense, I think we can tell now, is garbage. The Cowboys defense is bad.
Yep.
The Chiefs defense is good. I'm seeing reports too that Russell is for sure not starting. I don't think
it got announced today. Jackson Dart's the starter.
Yeah.
Jackson Dart's the starter.
I'm not surprised. I said it's either going to happen now or it's going to happen a little while later.
Yeah.
I think that was just too poor of a showing. And to be honest, I will say this. Like, everyone's ready to get rid of Russell Wilson. As much as I like him. But
I also think it's a move because Dable knows his job's in jeopardy and he needs something, right? So, in my opinion, this is like his Hail Mary. Like, if this doesn't work, then I'm out of here, in my opinion. I think that's what it came down to, because
even if Dart plays, they probably don't win very many games. That's in my opinion. Even if Dart plays well,
I agree.
Like, even if Dart plays exceptionally well for a rookie, I think Dable's probably still getting fired no matter what.
Yeah, probably.
I think that's probably already a thing that's going to happen week 9.
Yeah. But I agree with you. I think this game was a shit show. It was very sloppy on both sides of the ball.
We didn't even talk about the Chiefs.
Yeah, I know. Again, like I said it last week, like I don't get excited when the Chiefs are on primetime anymore. Like I just don't. Like right now, they're just playing really slow, methodical, boring football. And I got a lot of hate on that because they're like, "Oh, our team's hurt. Our team's hurt. Like they've been hurt the last 2-3 years." Like, and I'm like, "Yeah, fair." But even when Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy are in, like, yes, they're more explosive, but I still don't think their offense changes that drastically to where they're that fun team that I remember from 3-4 years ago with Tyreek Hill on it and they're throwing bazookas down the field. Like, I just don't think they're as explosive as that. Like, Travis Kelce, he's still a solid tight end, but he's not what he was. And I don't think this team is as fun as they used to be to watch. I don't get excited anymore. It's very defensive. And if that's your style, then it's fun to watch from a defensive standpoint, but offensively, it's just not the same. I did think it was funny that Collinsworth was so enamored by Patrick Mahomes' play to recover the fumble that he made.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
But,
he loves Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes.
yeah, so
Yeah,
funny. But yeah,
yeah.
shit show.
I think from the Chiefs' point of view, yeah, it's not that type of football anymore. I don't think Xavier Worthy is the Tyreek Hill.
Nope.
They haven't been able to replace Tyreek Hill and that speedster that just gets open deep every time. I actually think their tight ends are really good. Like I think Noah Gray.
No, Gray's good. Yeah,
I think once Kelsey retires, Noah Grace would be fine for them.
yeah, I
Like
agree.
I honestly don't even think they'll see a drop off, which is
No.
kind of weird to say for someone that Kelsey's a Hall of Famer,
Yep.
but Noah Gray's that good, and he's continuously showed that. Rashi Rice is more of a possession guy, so I don't
Yeah.
see it changing the offense all that much. Good, young player,
Yep.
but it's not a flashy offense. If
No.
anything, this is a defensive team, like we talked about.
100%. Yeah.
And Patrick Mahomes isn't playing the same either. Like I know he's got less around him, but Patrick Mahomes isn't playing as good as he used to.
Yeah.
Now, who
Agreed.
could keep up the run that he was on? I don't know. Like that, he had a crazy run there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Talking past tense, I don't want to get into that rabbit hole, but sounds like you're kind of off the Patrick Mahomes train. So, Cardinals, Niners. Let's rate the game. I can start with this one. I thought this game was very mid. I don't know if I'd put it in the shit show, but it's teetering on that. It was a very mid game. I don't know. Something about Mac Jones. It's just like no offense, but it's not my favorite quarterback to watch. And I don't know. It was a back and forth game. Cardinals are tough, but the Niners ultimately stuck it out. They got it done. Um, I don't know, man. It was a weird game. I don't even know what to say about this one. Um, but I think the rumors about Mac Jones being the same, like plug and play as
as
Brock
Brock
Purdy,
Purdy,
I think is stupid. I disagree very much so. I think Brock Purdy adds a running element that a lot of people discount him for. And he also is, I just think he provides a different element to the game that the Niners need. But Niners are 3-0. They keep finding ways to win. It feels like every game's close though. Nick Bosa goes down for the season, so it'll be interesting to see how the Niners get back from that injury because I do think he is a huge guy on their defense right now. So
yeah, I think this is very interesting for both teams because both teams got hit with the injuries,
oh
right?
yeah, James
Because
Conner too.
Conner is out for the year too. So they got Trey Benson, and I'm interested to see how Trey Benson will do as taking over that starter role. Um, James Conner, I believe. Oh, he's only 30. I thought he was in his lower 30s. But he's 30. He's getting older, especially for a running back who
Yep.
has been injury prone. I think this is the time to see if Trey Benson is the guy they got him to be, where he's the replacement. And heck, he might be the replacement if he does well enough this year for the time being. Like, if
Yeah.
Trey Benson does good, there's no reason to have James Conner.
Yeah.
The Niners, Mac Jones Mac Jones has a running element too that is surprisingly underrated. Like in his own defense, he's not Brock Purdy. I don't
Yeah.
think the decision making is good. I don't think the processing is good. I think the accuracy is worse. Like in every category of a quarterback, like I think, except for maybe arm strength, Brock Purdy and Mac Jones. Like I think Mac Jones is slightly worse.
Yeah.
I think For the Niners, my worry is the reliance on Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey's the whole offense. I mean, how many touches did he get? 27.
Yeah.
I know against the Seahawks, he was in the 20s as well, like solid amount of touches. So that's my only worry about them, is that you have another injury-prone running back who's, again, getting up there in age, and they're using him a lot. And not just like in carrying the ball, but receiving the ball, right? They got Brian Robinson. In my opinion, it would be smart for them to just use Brian Robinson more in the run game.
Yeah.
And take off some of those hits from Christian McCaffrey. Because McCaffrey's really their only real target. You have Purcell, right? Juan Jennings when he gets back. But those guys don't excite you, So the Niners, they're 3-0. They should be excited about that. I'm not high on them at the moment, though.
They just get the injury bug every year, though. Like, I don't know. It's hard to believe in this team when they keep getting that injury bug. And, like, they don't have the depth to, like, plug and play and continue to be, like, dominant. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like one guy goes down, like you were saying, like Christian McCaffrey goes down. Like, this team is not what they
Don't get
were.
me wrong.
You know, like,
Brian Robinson's a good running back. I think he's a solid running back, but he's not a Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, exactly. And that's my point too. Like, and even with Bosa going down, like, he provides so much pressure, and like there's so much game planning that goes into playing a guy like Bosa. Like, this team continuously gets injuries, and continuously I see this team get worse when injuries go down. Like, they seem to struggle with injuries more than any team I've seen. Like, and I'm not just saying like injuries, I'm also saying like how they play after those injuries, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll move to our next game: Cowboys versus Bears.
I don't think I rated that one. I'll go Mediterranean. It's close to a shit show, though.
Yeah,
that first half is a shit show.
All right, Cowboys versus Bears. What are you rating it?
I'll go Mediterranean on Cowboys versus Bears. Cowboys defense is officially awful. They're not good at all without Micah Parsons. I'm not sure anyone expected it to be this big a difference, but it literally is. Their pass rush cannot get to anybody. Their DBs aren't that good. I mean, the Bears put up 31. Right? This is the first game where Caleb Williams has looked like, oh my gosh, Caleb Williams is a first pick.
Overall pick,
yeah. 4 touchdowns. Burden put up over 100 yards. Yeah. The Cowboys are bad. I'm sorry, Kaden, but the Cowboys are bad. I would be seriously worried about how many games the Cowboys might lose this season.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I wasn't expecting that after the Giants game, but now I think about it, that's the only win that they have in overtime.
Yep.
But against the Giants. Cowboys might be a 5-win team.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think biggest
also,
thing,
CeeDee Lamb missing time too. That's gonna be horrible.
Yeah, Dak didn't look good this game. He had 2 picks. I don't know.
I forgot.
What's up?
Yeah, he did have 2 picks.
Yeah, he had 2 picks.
I'd switch the games.
Yeah, I mean, I would too. It wasn't a good game. So I might go shit show. I mean, Cowboys defense looks awful. I guess the only fun part about this is that Caleb Williams looked good for once.
Yeah.
I don't want to say for once. The thing about Caleb Williams, and I think we talked about this last year with Caden, is like he's just inconsistent. Like, there'll be drives where he looks like he did in this Cowboys game, And then there'll be the following drive where he makes a bonehead throw down the middle to get his wide receivers concussed, or he throws a
Or
pick. Like,
super inaccurate. He can be super
yeah,
inaccurate.
like he's just so inconsistent. And I think that's his biggest problem. And I don't know if it's a maturity thing of decision making, like him always want to be the hero, which was like my biggest knock on him when we were scouting him. But yeah, I think that's the biggest thing with Caleb Williams. I think it'll be very interesting to see how he develops with Ben Johnson, because I think if there's anybody who can help mature him as a quarterback, I think he's probably that guy. But
Yeah.
we'll see. I think it's a very interesting storyline, but both these teams I don't necessarily believe in like down the road, especially the Cowboys. So
Yeah,
but
I think the Bears showed that they can beat up on bad teams. In the
yeah.
like the Bears aren't a bad team. And I think that's what was proven here, is that the Cowboys are bad. The Bears aren't bad.
Yeah.
Anything else past that, we didn't learn that much. For me,
Yeah.
that's why it's not a shit show, because the Bears might be better than we anticipated. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. All right, going to our next game, and I'm gonna move up to the Broncos versus Chargers. We'll talk about it, even though I don't want to. Do you want me to start or you?
First, yeah, go first.
This one was rough, man. Another game that we could have had. We were down 10-0, like right before half. Broncos score one, momentum going into half. J.K. Dobbins looks good coming out of half after having like -7 rushing yards or something crazy like that at halftime. He looks good in the second half. Defense played well throughout, especially against this Chargers offense, which has a fire under their ass right now. And I was feeling pretty solid until I watched Bo Nix miss 3 deep balls. Oh my god, if that man misses one more deep ball, I'm gonna be so pissed. Overthrows them too. That's the worst part, is he overthrew all 3 of them. Just painful to watch. And another game where we lose by a field goal. It's starting to feel like the Broncos can't close out a game. It really sucks. I know it's early, probably a little bit of overreaction, a little bit of bias from a Broncos fan, but it really sucks to see, because I thought, considering how well Herbert is playing, I thought the defense did a decent job putting up 5 sacks on Herbert. Very solid, forcing a pick. I was happy about that. And I don't want to say it feels like a waste, but it definitely stung a little bit, making the comeback just to get beat by a field goal.
Yeah, I do think this is in Charger Stadium. So, or SoFi, I think is the name, right? So I think it's okay for the Broncos, to be honest with you. They're going to get another opportunity at it, and they'll probably take that one. I think this more tells us that the Chargers are good.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really good.
I knew
They're
that.
3-0. They swept the whole division to start the year.
Yeah. Crazy gauntlet, by the way. I don't know who scheduled the Chargers, but like 3 divisional opponents to start out the year. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, that is crazy. But I think they've proven that they are a good team. And holding the Chargers to 23 points, I think that's very solid job from the Broncos, if I'm being honest. Herbert, again, I think continues. You've got Quentin Johnston now, who's like shown out.
Yeah.
I didn't have any faith in Quentin Johnston.
I don't think anybody did.
No. And then you have Keenan Allen coming back, which I love.
Yeah.
I always knew, like, I don't know what, like at Chicago, it just didn't work. But he comes back and he's got a connection with Justin Herbert. Like, you just can't deny it. Sometimes quarterbacks and receivers have a good connection, and it doesn't matter their age. It doesn't matter if they're old, young. They're always going to find each other, and that's what these two have. You know, and so you got Lad McConkey in there as well with this Harbaugh coach team that puts the emphasis on running the ball. This Chargers team looks very good in my opinion. I think they're contenders. I think Herbert. I think I said it week 1, but he should be a dark horse for the MVP. I think I've been saying that for a while.
Yeah.
But like he keeps playing good. Like, I mean, I know that this game wasn't actually as good because honestly, I think the Broncos did a good job holding up. But I think he still did good enough, obviously, to win. The Broncos, I don't think this really says so much about the Broncos, even though they are 1-2. They're very close to being 3-0.
Very close. That's what's painful about it.
Yeah, like the Colts one was like literally a penalty away. This one is literally a field goal away.
Yeah.
So it's very tight. I think the Broncos. Who did they play week 1 too?
They played the Titans.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think they'll be fine. Starting out 1-2 isn't terrible. Starting out 0-3 would be horrible, but 1-2 is not bad. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
It says more about the Chargers than it does the Broncos, in my opinion.
2 more things on this. First one with the Broncos is like, and I need to take a step back here. Like we started 1-2 last year, we still made the playoffs, so need to take a breath. But second part, I want to shout out Omarion Hampton because his first few games he was like, meh, okay. This game Najee Harris went down, so he really had to carry a bulk of the load, and he stepped up in a big way. Like he had a good game. He looked very good. He had some major runs, especially in that last drive to make that field goal. That he stepped up in a big way, which is good to see from a rookie, just because I know the lights can get a little too bright for rookies sometimes. So I do want to shout out Hampton. If they can get him going with this Herbert passing attack, like this offense is already looking scary. It's going to look even scarier if he can continue with that momentum. All right, we'll go to your Seahawks versus Saints. You got to be pleasantly happy with this one. You were out on the Seahawks after week 1. Then they scramble up 2.
Then we end up being 2-1.
wins.
So apparently I need to continue being out. That's how we win games. We suck. No, I mean, we got the Saints. The Saints are easily one of the worst teams in the league. We did beat up on them though, so that was good. We didn't let a mediocre team hang around.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, there's not much to say about the Saints. They can't get anything going. They have Olave, they have Kamara, but their team just sucks. They don't have a true good quarterback. Their own line is meh at best. Only sacked twice, so can't say it's terrible, but their line run blocking doesn't seem good to me. The Seahawks, honestly, I don't know how to say this. The Seahawks, I think, have a decent team. I think they have a good defense. I am still critical or cynical on the offense.
Yeah.
I think we're flattered by the fact that the Steelers screwed up with the kickoff. I think we're flattered by the fact that we played the Saints and had things go our way. I mean, literally fall into our hands. So I honestly don't think this is a breakout game for Seattle. Who's Seattle play next week? We play the Cardinals. That'll be a good game for us. Divisional opponent. We should win that game. In my opinion. But but starting out 3-1, like I'd say the Seahawks have a shot to make playoffs. And they can do that with the type of defense that they have. But
Yeah.
you need decent play from Darnold. Not even good play. You just need decent play. You got to remain healthy if you're JSN and Cooper Cup. We have talent around it. It's just I'm not sold yet on the Seahawks.
Yeah. Cynical Seahawks fan. I love it. I think you have to put this in the shit show whenever it's a blowout. But I mean, the Seahawks
Sorry.
came out.
Yeah,
Seahawks came out and fired
Chargers
fast,
Broncos,
man.
grab your popcorn. How about that?
Okay. But yeah, no, I think Seahawks. I had them as a playoff team at the beginning of the year. I think they were a sleeper team. I think a lot of people were kind of out on this team, like a weird team with so many changes in the offense. But I think I agree with you. If the offense is at least decent, manageable, like I think this team can win games and can make the playoffs. Even in a tough division with the West, where you have Cardinals, the Niners both playing very well, and then the Rams as well. So very, very tough division, but if they can sneak some wins, they could be a playoff team for sure. All right, let's go to our morning slate of Sunday games: Texans versus Jags. I'll start with this one. This was an absolute shit show. Like terrible football. Like absolutely god awful football. The only reason I watched this game is because Joe Burrow got hurt. And so I had to pick up Trevor Lawrence as my QB. And god damn it, I have never been so sad to have him as my QB because you know how I feel about Trevor Lawrence. And honestly, it wasn't Trevor Lawrence's fault this time. I'm going to say it. It wasn't. His receivers, the amount of drops this game, nutso. Like Brian Thomas Jr. dropped at least 4 balls. Parker Washington, I know, dropped at least 3. Travis Hunter was playing more defense than he was offense. Like it was ugly. There was interceptions, there was fumbles. They couldn't move the ball. Like the Jags defense, though, I will say, good. Texans defense, good. But both of these offenses, man, like there should be some harping in that film room because my God, it was god awful. And that Nico Collins fumble at the end of the game, cannot have that crucial moment, man. Cannot have that. Like, my God, he was actually having a good game too before that. So, yeah, both these teams are painful to watch on offense. That's all I got to say. And people were trying to defend the Houston Texans offensive line. I don't know why. Their offensive line is not good. Like, I don't care what you say. They can't run the ball. And it feels like Stroud still doesn't have any time. So,
yeah. I mean, I will say, like, I don't think the Texans' offensive line is the worst line in the NFL. I'm not even sure it's bottom 3, or it might be bottom 5.
I wasn't even saying bottom 3. I was just saying it's definitely not. It's at least bottom 10. I'll say that.
Maybe bottom 10. Yeah, I could see that.
If you want to be a playoff team, you need better than bottom 10.
Oh, are we talking about the Texans as a playoff team still?
Well, that was my whole point, was that their offensive line was so bad that they can't be a playoff team. That was my whole point with it. And I think
they're not a playoff team.
Direction. Yeah.
They're not a playoff team. They can't even beat the Jaguars, who are a divisional opponent. Like, they're not a playoff team. They're just not. CJ Stroud's play is not good enough. They don't have their O-line is honestly, like we just explained, not good enough. They have Nick Chubb, who's a really good rusher. They have Joe Mixon, who's a really good running back. But Joe Mixon's out, right? But Nick Chubb hasn't had any impression. Like, there's no, wow, Nick Chubb can still run the football. And I think Nick Chubb can still run the football, but not on this Texans team. I think the defenses are good in this game. I would rate it a shit show as well. You have 4 turnovers in the game. Trevor Lawrence completes 50% of passes. I mean, and you're right. Like the receivers for the Jags are all over the place. I'm surprised Travis Hunter doesn't play more offense because I think we talked about the fact that I think we both like him more on offense than defense.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
on defense he tends to get burnt a lot, especially when he presses.
Which
So
he
I'm
likes to
surprised he
do.
doesn't play more offense. I think I'm going to be honest with you. This continues the fact that Travis Hunter shouldn't have been as high as a pick as he was.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
We both were on that line.
I said he was going to fall. He didn't really fall. He should have fell.
Yeah.
The fact is, it's nice that he could play both ways in college. He can't do it in the NFL. He just can't do it.
Well,
He's
the
not. He's
thing
not really good enough for either. And in my opinion, he's better at offense than on defense.
it was just to me it was just a wow factor of wow, he can play both sides, but it's like he was a
How does
good
it
receiver.
translate? Yeah.
Yeah, he was a good receiver. He was a good DB. Was he great? Was he elite on both sides? I don't personally think he was elite on both sides.
No, definitely not at
And
corner.
in the NFL, you have to be elite. Like if you want
Mhm.
to be good, like, like I don't know. So,
I mean,
um,
it's his rookie year, so I'll give him that, but
yep,
still lacking.
yep, I agree. All right, moving on to the Panthers versus Falcons. Another
Shit
shit
show.
show. I don't like. Do we really like? I'm honestly shocked though. The only thing I'll say about this game, I'm shocked that the Falcons got beat that fucking bad by the Panthers. Like that is a slap in the face. Like that is a dick slap to the face. Like balls hitting on the way back. Like that is bad.
Yeah.
Divisional opponent and you get beat 30-0. What? There's all
Especially
this
the
hype on
where
Penix
you're
too.
supposed to be better. Yeah.
Ooh,
I mean, the Panthers went 3 for 11 on third down. It's not like the Panthers' offense was any good.
no.
It's just 3 turnovers and I mean, 4 turnovers in the game again. And it's 2 games in a row that we've talked about 4 turnovers in a game. Penix, I think other than last game, the first 2 games I thought he looked decent.
Yeah.
And I was pleasantly surprised by how well he was playing. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more games like this. I'm anti-Penix because of his days at Indiana. I mean, it doesn't even have to do with the UW thing. It's because of the days at Indiana that it's like he's going to see more style football like that. And in the NFL, his days at UW are over. And the Panthers 30-0 against the Panthers. I mean, Bryce Young didn't even have a good game. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Also, can we talk about Bryce Young for a second?
Yeah, we can talk about Bryce Young.
When are we going off the experiment? I think it's time to give up. I think if I'm the Panthers, I mean, I know they won 30-0, so like they're not going to. He's not a quarterback. He's not an NFL quarterback. I've seen enough.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's weird, man.
It's weird because in college he was amazing.
Yeah.
But not in the NFL. This
is weird too, because like he played decent at the end of last year. Like played solid.
But it's back to the way it was before, where he can't push the ball downfield, and if he does, he throws picks.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. All right.
Sorry.
Going to the Raiders versus Commanders.
You want to start off, or you want me to start off?
I can start if you want. I don't care.
I'd go Mediterranean on this one. There's an argument that this could have been a shit show too. But I think it was at times decent enough game where it makes the Mediterranean. We got to see Marcus Mariota play again.
Played well.
I always thought Mariota would play well. I mean, he got benched for Desmond Ridder, right, at the Falcons.
Don't even
But
get
like
me started on that.
he played decent, I thought, that year on the Falcons.
Yeah.
And then every single time he's come in since, he's played decent enough football.
Yeah.
So I wasn't surprised. I think the Commanders would be almost just as good as they are with Mariota than with Daniels. Only difference is Daniels is a young quarterback and can be there much longer. But I think Mariota, again, a very athletic guy, can play the quarterback position. I think he's good still, in my opinion. The Raiders have some serious soul searching to do on defense because they cannot let up this many points against, like I said, a decent quarterback, but not necessarily like elite. And I wouldn't even say the Commanders are playing elite football right now. But yeah, this Raiders team, I think we've both been on the side of caution with this Raiders team. They're 1-2. I think this is just par for the course of what we were thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know what other people were thinking, but Geno Smith had a good game. Admittedly, they did put up 24 points. They can't get the running game going at all. No. I'm not surprised by that. I know people were really high on Gene T coming in and changing the fact that the Raiders can run the ball and they have a good running back. But
line's not good enough.
No. And GT, as good as GT's good. Yeah. I think GT has shown that, he is a good football player. But honestly, I think the Raiders team around him is just not good enough. And the defense is so beyond Max Crosby.
Yeah.
They have a good head coach. So in the long term, I think the Raiders got something going. They need a quarterback still, in my opinion. But yeah, barely beating the Patriots, losing to the Chargers in what wasn't honestly as close. I don't know. It was 20-9.
The Chargers dominated that game. I agree.
It wasn't as close as the score suggests. And then this game wasn't particularly close. It was okay enough. But yeah, they go against the Bears next. They're going to need to win that game if they want to keep hopes of people being like, oh, the Raiders are good alive.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was out on the Raiders before the year. I kind of understood the hype. Like, you get Pete Carroll coming in, you get this, Heisman running back, or Heisman contending running back, I should say. People's Heisman. Yeah, exactly. But the defense was the biggest concern for me. And people, I would say, like, what about the defense? We got Max Crosby. Oh, I didn't realize he played all 11 players on the field. My bad. You're right. It takes more than just Max Crosby. Like, Max Crosby is an incredible player and like all pro caliber player, but he's not. He can't make up for the rest of the fact like this defense is not good enough. And yeah, I don't believe in this Raiders team. I didn't from the start, and I think this game and last game proved that they won't be able to beat the good teams. They might be able to beat bad teams, but I don't think they'll be good enough to beat the good teams. And Mariota looks good. I think Mariota's style is very similar to Jayden Daniels, so it was very easy for this team to adjust to that. Running backs looked good. They had like this 3 rotation kind of thing, which was good to see. But yeah, I think Commanders took care of business. It was good to see Mr. Colson Yankoff in there at the end of the game playing tight end. I loved it.
I didn't notice that, but
oh yeah, I was looking for him. He was out there.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, I mean he's always on special teams. If you ever look for him, he's number 80. But
number 80.
Yep. So.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Logical Nonsense Podcast guest right there, folks. All right. Jets versus Bucks.
This is grab your popcorn simply because of the ending of this game.
Baker doing Baker things, man.
Otherwise, it's probably a Mediterranean Sea. The Jets are probably the best 0-3 team that I've seen.
Yeah, dude.
They're 0-3, but they played people very tough.
Frisky.
Honestly, I'm happy if I'm the Jets GM that hired Aaron Glenn. I think this Jets team is better than what they have been recently with less talent. Tyrod Taylor came in, does Tyrod Taylor things, plays decent football. You've got the biggest problem I see with the Jets is the running backs can't get started. And you've got two good running backs. You got Breece Hall and Braylon Allen. And they can't even get going. So that's problem A. I think maybe when you have Justin Fields and you start doing more read option, that might open things up for the backs a little bit more. I mean, Tyrod Taylor did good. He had 48 rushing yards on 8 carries as well. It just might take significant amounts of that. It might take a Justin Fields 150-yard game, right, to get that going. But from the Bucs' perspective, Baker's got ice in the veins.
Yeah.
I can't even believe the Bucs came back and won because when I saw the Jets block that field goal and return it, I was like, oh, that's game.
Yep.
And then comes back, wins the game. The Bucs are a good team. Honestly, they're very clutch. Mike Evans with the hamstring injury is going to be interesting. He's he's a really good receiver, right? A top receiver in the NFL. One of the favorite targets of Baker Mayfield. And hamstrings can be difficult. So a little worried about that. But honestly, Emeka Egbuka and Baker,
so good, man.
Yeah, there's been no drop off for Chris Godwin's absence. This Bucs team looks good to me.
Yeah, I'd be thrilled.
This team in playoffs if they, they'll make it in my opinion, but there'll be a sneaky team in there.
Yeah, I'd be thrilled if I was the Bucs. I mean, this was kind of a steal in the draft. Egbuka has just looked very good each game. I thought he's just so good. One-handed catch in the game. I don't know if you saw that. That was spectacular. He plays so hard. That's the best way to describe him. He has a very good motor to him. I feel like every play, you can expect him to run a really good route. He's just disciplined. I think that's a good way to describe him as well. It will be interesting to see if this team drop off at all without Mike Evans. I would think so, but Shepard had a decent game. I don't think he can replace Mike Evans, but
Shepard's no slouch.
No, so it'll be interesting. I think. Who do the Bucs play next week? Bucs play
Eagles.
Yeah, that'll be a good test for him. I don't know if they've got it in them, but if anybody can do it in the clutch situations, it's definitely Baker, as we saw. So, but I would agree. I might rate this Mediterranean. I think the ending was fun, but ending grab your popcorn. Rest of the game was kind of mid, but
that's what I said. But in the end, I gotta rate it. Grab your popcorn. Emeka Egbuka, comparing him to other Ohio State receivers, recent Ohio State receiver alums, what would you say of his first 3 games?
It's tough. I mean, only 3 games, so it's hard to compare him to the only one that comes to mind, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave,
JSN, Marvin Harrison Jr.,
Terry McLaurin too, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Terry McLaurin.
I think he's on track with the other Ohio State receivers, but it'll be interesting to see. I mean, he's gonna get a lot of production in the next few games if Mike Evans truly is out. So I think that'll be a good test to see like how good he really is. But as of now, I'm on the Ibuka train. I think he's very, very solid.
I think he's outpacing them. Like, in my opinion, these first 3 games are more impressive than JSN, more impressive than Marvin Harrison, definitely. Chris Olave, honestly, we forget about Chris Olave because of the concussions, but Chris Olave is still a really good receiver.
Dude, he has so many targets. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, he's the only guy on that team.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think Ibuka looks really, really good.
Yeah. All right, going to our next game, Rams versus Eagles. Another blocked field goal. 2 of them, I believe, in this game. Crazy game, man. 26-7 at half, I believe. Eagles come back, win the game. I still am in utter shock. I picked the Rams to win this game just because I thought they had it in them. Wow. I mean, if that's not a freaking I was mad about my game with the Broncos. I'd be absolutely livid if I was a Rams fan. Like, absolutely livid. That is terrible way to end the game. They did everything right in that last drive to get them in field goal range and win the game. So, but overall, I think first half, like, kind of a shit show. Second half, grab your popcorn, definitely. So, but it was good to see. It was good to see Jalen Hurts throw the ball further than 10 yards down the field in the second half. Get A.J. Brown involved. Show people like, yeah, we do have a good receiving core. Not a great game from Saquon.
No.
They
needed to
did a
get
good job on defense stopping him. But I think like the Eagles need to look at this game and see like, oh, we can pass the ball. We can make the game, interesting to watch. Like getting guys like AJ Brown and Devontae Smith is a good idea to get them involved in the offense. It doesn't always have to be just about running. So
yeah, I think running is the Eagles' DNA, which is why that first half was so rough. Like, and then the second half we see air it out. Like, I think what they want to do first is establish the run, and pretty much they take this in every game. And then they might air it out. But if they already have a lead, like they have a significant amount of time just when they're establishing the run, they don't see the need to air it out. They just go, well, we'll just keep establishing the run. There's no reason. This time against the Rams, which, by the way, if I'm a Rams fan, I know I'm upset with the loss, but the first 3 games of the season, super thrilled about. The Rams look good. The Rams look really good. I think the Rams look better than a lot of 3-0 teams. I mean, they're very close to being 3-0, right? And with the correct field goal right there, like twice, they win this game. But they are a really good team. I think the addition of Devontae Adams like helps. Especially alleviate the loss of Cooper Kupp. Obviously, we've talked about it before, Stafford likes throwing to one receiver, and that guy's Puka Nacua.
He's had a crazy year so far, man.
Yeah, but I think that Devontae Adams, that old receiver, he also runs good routes similar to Cooper Kupp. He gets open. I think that was a really good addition. The Steelers' defense, I thought, looked really good, except for when you got to the second half and the Eagles decided not to force themselves to be one-dimensional. Yeah, exactly what you talked about. The Eagles need more balance, and that's what they need is on drives and throughout the start of the game and the end of the game. They just need to have more balance.
Yeah,
we're so focused on establishing the run that it becomes too repetitive, and for a good defense like the Rams can be easy to stop, at least in the first half.
Totally. Yeah, I agree. All right, let's go to our next game, Steelers versus Patriots. What do you rate it?
Oh, I'm rating the last game mid to rating C. The ending is grab your popcorn. I'm rating it Mediterranean just because first half is a blowout. Second half,
Yeah.
the Eagles fight their way back, which
Taking
is
the
cool.
average.
But yeah, if you look at it and you flipped it, it's the same thing. Like you have a blowout and then a blowout for 2 different halves. But Steelers, Patriots. Do you want to go first on this one?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it was a very slow game. A lot of turnovers. Lot of turnovers. My God. I think the Steelers had like 3 forced fumbles or something like that, and then Drake May had like 1. They had like a touchdown off forced turnover or something like that. Like it was not okay how many turnovers the Steelers defense caused. Aaron Rodgers played okay. Drake May, I think, like similar. Just hear me out before you react to this.
Okay.
Similar to Caleb Williams in the sense that he can be kind of inconsistent. I think talent wise, like his arm, like the way he passes, like very accurate, like whatever. But sometimes the decision making, I'm just like, I don't know about that one, Drake. Like, come on, buddy. But I think the biggest thing and the biggest takeaway I have from this New England team is like they cannot establish the run, man. And it's like it shows. Like they just I don't know. Like every running back is just kind of doing okay. Like it just feels like they don't really know who their true number 1 running back is. Like
they
I think
don't.
everyone thought going into the year TreVeyon Henderson was going to take that role, and give him time. He's still a rookie, but like so far he hasn't been as good as I think a lot of people anticipated he would be off the bat.
Yeah, I'm rating this game a shit show. You have 6 turnovers in the game. It's a shit show. I mean, to be honest, I don't even know how you get 6 turnovers and only 35 points in the game.
Yeah.
How does that work? It doesn't make sense. I think the Patriots O-line is the bigger problem of why the running backs can't get started.
Yeah.
I think they have talent. I honestly think I'm higher maybe on Drake May than Caleb Williams.
Oh, no. I am too. I am too. It was more so just like going back to that conversation of inconsistency and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, another young quarterback, so maybe that's a similarity. I wouldn't make the comparison. I wouldn't compare the two. But I think Drake May is a solid young quarterback. He's finding his way. The Steelers defense finally showed up. Oh my gosh. I after last week I was like,
yeah.
Now my take that I had in the first week and even then my first week take, was based on the fact that oh, well, the defense will get better. I mean, the defense is the defense. And then second week looked awful again. And they finally brought it and looked good. And then really they're the reason why the Steelers won the game. Aaron Rodgers looked okay. And, I think we've gotten 3 different games for Aaron Rodgers. First one, you look at it and you're like, oh, that's old Aaron Rodgers of potential MVP candidate, not a lot of picks, lots of touchdowns, very efficient with the ball. And then we go to week 2 where it's like, oh gosh.
Yeah, we're back to Jets Aaron Rodgers.
Awful Aaron Rodgers. And then this is
meh.
Okay, So interested to see more games from Aaron Rodgers. I do think if the Steelers defense can continue to show up like they did and like they have for years, and Aaron Rodgers plays, unlike he did on the Jets and more like Green Bay, I do think the Steelers can be another sneaky team like the Bucks. Like I really do. I
Yeah.
think they can be contenders, but it just depends. You can't beat the Patriots 21-14 and have me say that either. So
Yeah. Stay in the course on the Steelers. I love it.
yeah,
All right, let's do our next game.
I'm not going to change my take just from 2 weeks of football, even if it's 2 weeks of football that have maybe gone crosswise with that. But
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Long season. Next game, Bengals versus Vikings. I was shocked by this one. Were you?
I don't know if I was shocked.
48-10. 48-10.
See, here's the thing: we talk about inconsistency. Jake Browning at times can have games where like he is awful, and he can throw. I mean, I know he only threw 2, but he could throw like 4 picks in a game, and that would be just a regular game. He also has games where it's like, oh, was Joe Burrow absent? Like legitimately. There were games like when Joe Burrow first got injured, I think in 2022.
It's 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yep. 2023 maybe or 2022. I can't remember.
2023, I think, yeah.
When he first got injured, Jake Browning came in and it was like, oh, I don't even notice that Joe Burrow's like gone. Because Jake Browning was playing well. But recently it's been more of like Jake Browning will have a really good game. And then Jake Browning will also have a terrible game. Yeah. So I wasn't super surprised. I had more faith in Carson Wentz starting for the Vikings.
Yeah.
Because the Minnesota team has so many weapons. I mean,
true.
You got Jefferson, you got TJ Hawkinson, you got Jordan Mason. Nailers looked better this season.
Addison will come back. They'll be good
Addison will be back. Right.
Thielen didn't really play a role, but he
hasn't done anything surprisingly. Because I thought Thielen might come back and be that wide receiver too while Addison was out. But yeah, I mean, I kind of thought that Carson Wentz would actually go and play well. And to be honest, they protected him. He only threw 20 passes, 14-20. Right. But they were able to run the ball really well. Mason averaging 7 yards a carry. Right. And yeah, I guess I'm not super surprised. I'd say shit show just because it was a blowout. But yeah,
I guess the only reason I was surprised is because I thought this game, before going into it, I thought this game could go either way because, like you said, Jake Browning can have those games where it feels like Joe Burrow never left. So that's what was a little bit shocking to me, especially in the blowout fashion that it was. I mean, 5 turnovers by this Vikings defense, 2 of them returned for touchdowns. Like, what the hell? Like, that's god awful. Like, they made this. Like, you talked about weapons on the Vikings. Like, Bengals have weapons too. Like, Jake Brown, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. Like, Jake Browning is just as capable to do what Carson Wentz did with the offense.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying.
So I that's why I was like, before this game, I was like, I think this go either way. And boy, was I wrong. Holy shit, was I wrong. I think it was bad, man. It was just awful. And I think the Bengals really have to step it up when they play the Broncos, because Vikings, similar to the Broncos, like to blitz a lot. And if Jake Browning can't handle that type of pressure, he's not going to like playing against Denver. So, but I'll go shit show.
I think he's streaky. I trust Carson Wentz more, even in a protected game. Yeah. Because the Bengals don't really protect Jake Browning. Like, they don't have games where they let him pass 20 times. Like, they let him throw the ball. And yeah, I wasn't that surprised. I also don't know how much I love the Bengals defense.
Yeah, Bengals defense sucks, but
yeah,
I don't know. I don't even know if I blame this on the Bengals defense. as much as I blame it on
he got
fucking
two.
yeah, like
He
5
got two
turnovers.
touchdowns. Yeah, no, it's not gonna work.
Yeah. All right, next game, Colts versus Titans. Another blowout.
Yeah.
The Colts legit.
Let's see who they played. The Broncos. They played the Titans. They played the Dolphins. I don't think the Colts. I wouldn't call them legit yet. They play the Rams next, and that will be
Good
it.
test. Yeah.
That will show if they're legit or not. Did they punt against the Titans?
No.
The punter
No, they punted once. They punted once.
off target. I was gonna say if the punter hasn't been on the field the whole season,
Punted
that's a little crazy. But we'll see how they do against the Rams. The Rams have a good defense, so that's a legitimate test for them. Where it's like their offense is yet to be or really tested. Even the Broncos, oddly enough, who have a good defense,
They just didn't play well on defense that game.
yeah, the Colts kind of tore them up. Like if I'm being honest. And
Surtain was injured.
yeah, was he?
He was shook up at least. Like
Yeah.
he didn't look like himself.
No, I mean they targeted Surtain's
Yeah.
man like 6 times that game, and
Yeah.
it was decent.
And then Greenlaw was out too, so but not enough. I mean, the Broncos didn't play well on defense that game, but besides the point. Continue on.
The Titans might be one of the worst teams also in the NFL, which I wasn't really anticipating that we'd be saying that about Titans. Not that like I thought the Titans would be good, but I wasn't anticipating that they'd be this bad.
Yeah.
The defense is bad. You know, I thought Calvin Ridley and Cam Ward might have a better connection, but they don't. Cam Ward likes his tight ends. That's a normal thing for a rookie quarterback. I think Cam Ward continues to show flashes of being good. Tony Pollard, I think, is still good, but is it Pollard or Pollard? Pollard. I think he's still good, but like I think he's just on the wrong team. Versus you got Jonathan Taylor on the other side, which is super good running back. The Colts have a good O-line. The Colts have really been waiting for a good quarterback for a long time. I mean, ever since Andrew Luck left, right? And we've talked about this a lot. That the Colts, they have good running backs. They have some good receivers. Daniel Jones was 100% the right choice. You cannot tell me that. I know a lot of people were saying, "Oh, this is controversial." That Anthony Richardson was not named the starter over Daniel Jones. I don't think anyone's regretting that decision anymore.
Yeah.
I wasn't that surprised. I was never high on Anthony Richardson. He's injury prone. And this team just looks better with a quarterback that can consistently throw the ball.
Definitely. I agree. Yeah. No, I think you said it. I mean, I think the Colts, Daniel Jones, like he's been playing really well. But I think even if he has like a bad game or even just a comparable game, like a meh game, like I think they'll be fine. Like with this rushing attack, like as long as Jonathan Taylor can run the ball like he has, like I don't see why this team can't win enough games to make playoffs. Like you look at this AFC South, like
they're
my
the best
God,
team.
like do you believe in the Jags? No. Do you believe in Texans? No. Definitely don't believe in Titans. So yeah, I think
they're a playoff team. The question is, are they a one and done in playoff team, or
can they are? Play? They're a one and done team.
I would agree with that, except for the fact, like I want to see them play the Rams.
Yeah.
If they go against the Rams and they go put up 30 plus points, and they don't punt or they punt once, I start questioning and I go, this team might be for real. This team might be really good, actually. Because if that's the case, then I'd be surprised. Unless the Rams play bad. but the Rams typically don't. The Rams typically don't have games where they play bad, in my opinion. They just have games where like they play mediocre or they go up against someone who's good.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm very interested in that game. That's one I look forward to.
Yeah, definitely. All right. And you know, I keep receipts on this both ways. This is bad take by me. Bad take by me. I did not think the Colts were going to be good this year. I had Steichen on the hot seat going into the year. So,
oh, that's right. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I had Steichen on the hot seat. So bad take by me. I take ownership. Sometimes you're going to have bad takes. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. But I've also had a lot of good takes. So Packers versus Browns.
I don't even know what to rate this game.
Below shit show.
Yeah. It's a shit show. This for the last minute was fun to watch just because the blocked kick and what the hell was going on. The NFL had 4 blocked kicks in the same week.
5.
3 and 5. Okay,
Yeah,
5.
the blocks kicked
4
in
of them.
Chiefs, I think, right? Yeah, there was. Yeah.
Was there? I don't
Yeah.
remember. Well, 5 then. 3 of them for game-winning ones,
Yep.
or game go-ahead ones. So that was crazy. Packers looked human. They looked like, I mean, their defense looked good again, right? Oh my God. Catherine Graf. That's hilarious. The Packers are good, but they are not. They looked human. They did not look impenetrable.
I felt like the Packers were on cruise control this game. Like the first few weeks, like this offense, like the defense actually played really well for the Packers. Like I think the defense continued to show up, continue to have pressure. Like I still think we can still make the statement about the Packers defense. Like this defense is a top defense in the league. The offense, like Jordan Love just did not get going. It just didn't seem right. Like the pick he threw was like, I just so forced. Like, know the situation, know the game. Like, you don't need it. Like, I don't know. It was just a bad decision and ended up costing them pretty much the game. I mean, obviously the blocked field goal did too, but like everything that went wrong for the Packers in those last 3 minutes went wrong. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I agree. It was a shit show. I don't believe in the Browns anymore. I don't know if I
Browns have a good
necessarily.
defense.
Yeah, Browns. I will give them that. The Browns definitely have a very good defense, and I think you can't discount the Browns when you play them for that reason. Like they have a very good defense.
Mm-hmm.
But on the Packers side of things, like I'm not worried if I'm a Packers fan about this team just because they lost to the Browns. Like shit happens in the NFL, and I think games like this shows you just like how really close that gap is from the best to worst team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying the Packers are the best team, but in general,
top team versus a bottom team,
gap is a lot closer.
Yeah, the NFL I think has gotten way more parity than it used to have a decade ago or a decade and a half ago, where there are a lot of teams that can beat each other any given Saturday or my bad. Any given Sunday.
Yeah.
Watching too much college football. But see, that's what I'm used to from college is that any team can beat you. And we're getting that more in the NFL recently. So I think that's good.
All right, last game. Bills versus Dolphins. Bills got it done on Thursday night. However, they didn't look as good as they had the first 2 weeks. Thoughts on this and what do you rate the game?
Yeah, I mean, I rate it as a divisional opponent game on a Thursday night. I'm not super surprised. I'm rating this Mediterranean Sea. I thought the Bills still played well. I think they still seemed like the Bills, in my opinion. They were in control I believe the whole game for me. Like I don't know. I guess the game was tied going into half, but I didn't really feel like the Bills were losing control of the game at any point. Um, I don't know. I think the Bills still looked really solid in this game.
Yeah. James Cook had a good game. Josh Allen still played well. I think the Bills played well. I think it was more so a story of the Dolphins stepping up and looking better than they had the first 2 weeks. I still don't believe in the Dolphins. Still think they're one of the worst teams in the league, and I think McDaniel's going. It's got to be very soon, man. It's got to be very soon.
Him and Dable are on the hottest seats right now.
Yeah, yeah. Seat's on fire. It's literally in flames. You can smell the ash from like a mile away.
I'm not a Mike Daniel fan either. Like
No.
I think he might be a decent offensive coordinator. I don't think he's a head coach.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I think he could be a good coordinator somewhere else. I think like similar to Kingsbury, right? Like not a good head coach, but probably a good coordinator. Like Kingsbury doing a really good job as an offensive coordinator over in Washington right now. So
and that dude failed. He literally got fired from Texas Tech, became the head coach of the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Then he got fired there. But you know what? He's a good coordinator.
Yeah.
Just not. Yep.
And I think like that's the thing. Like this is a whole nother topic, but like that's the thing with a lot of coaches. Like just because you're a good coordinator does not make you a good head coach.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more decision making that goes into being a head coach, than being an offensive coordinator. But besides the point, yeah, I mean, Bills took care of business. Do you want to shout out Josh Allen? Still hasn't thrown a pick on the season. No, like 2-3 years ago, it's like all anybody could talk about. Oh, he throws 4 touchdowns a game, but he throws 3 picks. Turnover machine. But
yeah, no, I remember those days. Josh Allen is one of the most improved top tier quarterbacks that I've seen from the start of his career to where he is now. I remember when we were talking about Josh Allen, and I'd watched him at Wyoming, especially because Wyoming played Nebraska that year, his senior year, and it was a tough game for him. But he is one of the most improved quarterbacks of that elite group that I've seen. Because in my opinion, he came into the league, he's not elite. You know, his accuracy is low to mid. His arm strength is very strong. He's obviously very athletic, but the accuracy was a big problem for me. The decision making was a problem for me. And it continues to get better every year from year. I think, like, when we talk about the elite level quarterbacks, like, they've been this good from the very beginning, pretty much.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Versus Josh Allen has shown that rate of improvement. And I mean, he continues to get better. Like, you know.
Yeah. Crazy.
Like he looks like MVP every year.
From MVP. Yeah. No, he's ridiculous. I mean, he's like, I don't know. This might be too much of a sway one way, but it's like I don't know how you can't put him one right now. Like it's like a tier of his own right now.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think Lamar Jackson's playing really well.
I think Lamar Jackson's right on his coattails, but I still think I don't know. I disagree with a lot of people if they have Lamar over Josh right now.
Over? Yeah, I would disagree. But I would say that he's I would say he's within the same realm at the moment. I'd say the Bills are a better team than the Ravens at the moment. But we did get to see a little bit of that earlier. And they're very evenly matched good teams.
Totally. All right. Well, we made it through the slate of games. So you know what time it is. We're going to do hottest seat first. Let's start with that one.
Oh.
Who are you picking? McDaniel? Dable? I feel like you went McDaniel first, so.
I did go with McDaniel on the hot seat earlier. But I think the hottest seat is Dable. Like, I think McDaniel's been on the hot seat longer now than Dable. in my opinion, for me. But I think Dable's on a hotter seat. I think the Giants are more likely to get rid of Dable sooner than the Dolphins are going to get rid of McDaniel. I think if the Jackson Dart thing goes really poorly next week, and then I think who do they get after that? I think some point they get the Saints. If they get the Saints and lose that game, I think he's gone. I think they fire him that week.
Okay.
I need to look this up, make sure that they play the Saints. Giants.
For me, I'm gonna go one that like maybe isn't as talked about. I'm gonna go Brian Callahan of the Tennessee Titans.
Oh,
3-14 last year, 0-3 this year. I don't know. I just don't love the coaching. I really don't. I just feel like, especially when you watch that Colts Titans game, like there's a play like you just can't have happen. There was a timeout.
What?
There was a timeout, and they had a delay of game coming out of the timeout. Like, how the fuck does that happen?
Yeah. You know what? You are right. I think he's on a hotter seat than a lot of people are talking about. I mean, you heard you heard the catch thing too.
Yeah.
Not that I thought that was a big deal. I thought he was more making a joke that like, no one knows what a catch is because the catch rule is literally arbitrary.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's what he was saying. But no, I think he's on a hotter seat than people imagine. Yeah. Yeah. So after the Chargers, they get the Saints at New Orleans. I think Dable's fired in 2 weeks if they lose. If they're 0-5, 0-5, Dart looks terrible. Gone.
Who's your MVP of the week?
Oh no. I didn't even come prepared.
I can go first if you want me to. I'm gonna go David Montgomery. Talked about him earlier.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't know. 11 carries for like 120 yards or something like that. I think he had 2 touchdowns. He just looked really good, man. Like just rejuvenated, jacked. I thought he had a really good game. And for a guy who's RB2, maybe 1A. I don't know. They're using Gibbs a lot. He might be RB2. He had a hell of a game. And I think it was kind of a heads up to the rest of the league. Don't forget about me too. I said it was a heads up to the rest of the league. Don't forget about me too.
Oh yeah. No, David Montgomery, I thought. Yeah. Honestly, it's hard to choose one. There's not a whole lot of people that stood out this week.
Trey Tucker.
Hey, I have him in my fantasy team.
You see, he had 3 touchdowns.
I did. He got 40 points. He's on my bench, but he's wide receiver 4. Yeah, it might have been the best pickup of my career. I got a bunch of lame ones that it could go to. Jalen Hurts, I guess.
Ooh, Jalen Hurts. Interesting. Okay.
Well, I don't know. I feel like it's lame because the Eagles are good, and he plays quarterback. But airing it out, making sure that like, hey, the Eagles can still throw the ball. I thought that second half he looked good. He always adds a touchdown on the ground, and he can run. So improved game from Jalen Hurts. He gets my week MVP.
Like it. All right. Last moment. You know what it is. Rapid fire picks. Yeah. Starting with Thursday. By the way, last week was awful for me. Like, I seriously think it was the worst week I've ever had in the history of this show. Like, I think What? No, I got 7 wins. 7 wins correct out of 16. It's bad.
So you went under 50%. Yeah, that's way low.
I don't know if I've ever gone on that bad. I'm usually pretty decent. Like I usually get around like 10 to 12 wins correct, but we'll shoot for that this week. Rapid fire picks. Thursday night football. Seahawks, Cardinals in
Seahawks
Arizona.
back. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Give me my Hawks, baby. Come on now.
I'm going Hawks as well. I think the Hawks are the better team.
I think so too.
All right, going to Sunday. Second team I say, well, this one's a little weird, but in general, the second team I say is going to be the home team. Vikings versus Steelers in Dublin.
Oh.
Who gets off the bus?
This is an interesting one because JJ McCarthy won't be there either. It'll be Carson Wentz again. Give me the Steelers.
I'm gonna go Vikings. Vikings. They showed me that I can't doubt them, which is probably they're gonna lose now. But anyways, Commanders Falcons.
Commanders.
Yeah, I'm going Commanders as well. Saints Bills.
Bills.
5 million. Browns Falcons. Browns Lions.
It's got too good. Browns Lions.
Panthers Patriots. This might be a fun game to watch, Loki. I'm going Patriots as well. Chargers Giants.
Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers as well. Eagles Bucks in Tampa.
Rapid fire. Give me the Eagles.
I'm going Eagles just because Godwin and Evans are hurt.
Yeah, I'm close on it though. I want to say
I'm
Bucks.
close. I agree with you. I think the Bucks have a chance.
I think it's a good game.
Titans Texans.
Texans finally get one on the board.
Oh, yeah, if they don't win this, I'm very severely worried about the Texans. Texans.
I'm worried right now.
Yeah, Colts Rams, your game of the week.
Give me the Rams.
Yeah, I'm going Rams as well. Jags, Niners.
I'm
going Niners as well. Ravens, Chiefs.
Shoot, one of these teams is going to start off 1-3. Oh my gosh. Ravens.
Yeah, I think the Ravens are the better team. I'm going Ravens.
1-3. Wow, that's crazy.
Bears, Raiders. I'm going Bears. I think the Bears. Yeah. Packers, Cowboys, Sunday Night Football.
Oh, this is a terrible Sunday Night Football. Sorry, Caden. Packers. Cowboys fans are going to be leaving early.
Did you go Packers?
Yeah, Pack.
Yeah, Packers. Okay. Monday Night Football, we got 2 games. Jets, Dolphins.
Dolphins.
God, that's a shitty game. I'm going with the Jets. Daniel's gone. Week 4. Bengals, Broncos. Yeah, I'm going Broncos as well. I think they have to win this.
Yeah.
Anyways. All right. Well, that is it for Rapid Fire Picks. Thank you to those who joined and watched. And as always, folks, make sure to stay logical. Rant that nonsense. Dodge, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me, buddy.